All right, guys, today I want to get on my soapbox a little bit and explain why I think it is so vitally important that you guys get as much insurance as possible and kind of how it works and what's the best insurance out there. And this goes beyond just motorcycle wreck cases. It will also apply to your other vehicles that you have beyond your motorcycle. So good information to use just generally in your life. And the way I want to do it is start off with a real life example. This started out the week or so ago from one of our members who had posted about his accident about in 2012 and how it was an uninsured driver that ended up hitting him and I think putting him in the hospital, and he had really bad injuries. I have one from several years ago. A client of mine reached out, and their brother here close to my office actually was coming off of 400 and was waiting at a light to go across it to go left onto the other side of the road, and had the green light. He starts to go, and here out of nowhere comes an uninsured driver, didn't even have a license, and struck and killed him instantly. So the family reached out to me for the wrongful death side of the case, and unfortunately with the other driver being uninsured, he was a day laborer, so no assets to his name, no insurance. All they could rely on was the insurance that their brother had on the motorcycle. It was his only vehicle, his only transportation. So all they had for the loss of this individual, which included the loss of his life, included his pain and suffering there before he deceased, including the damage to his vehicle, lost wages. This family no longer has the assistance from him and his job going forward. So a massively large case in court and not enough insurance. $50,000 is all he had in That barely covers the emergency services and things. If you end up going to the hospital, you're in the hospital for several days, it won't even cover your hospital bill, $50,000. So that's kind of the point, is you got to realize that insurance is there to protect yourself. Don't cheap out on it. A lot of people do. They figure, oh, all I care about is protecting my assets in case I cause an accident. Well, especially with motorcycle riders, you're subjected to large injuries, being out of work for many, many weeks, months, God forbid, years. You have got to make sure you protect yourself. You don't know if an uninsured, or what's worse even, is an insured driver that may only have the minimum coverage, which is only $25,000 in Georgia. So the person could still have insurance and it still not be enough. That's where comes into play. So two things to look out for. One is there's two different types of insurance. The best is add-on insurance, okay? The other is difference in coverage. Now, difference in coverage is going to be cheaper than add-on. You want to always option to the add-on insurance. Even if it means you got to have a lower limit, it still helps protect you. So what I always recommend is no less than $100,000 of add-on You got to be able to afford it. You'd be surprised if you looked at it, how much it's costing you every 6 months versus, going to Starbucks, doing this or that. You can certainly come up with the several $100s every 6 months to cover that insurance. Add-on, huge. What's the difference? Well, add-on insurance does what it says. It adds on right on top of whatever insurance the at-fault party has. So real important in those situations where the at-fault party only has a small amount of coverage, won't cover everything that your case entails. Then your insurance comes on and adds right on top of whatever the limits are of the other driver. Now, the difference in coverage one is also just what it says, and this is why I don't like it as much. It only covers up to the difference between at-fault insurance minus your insurance. So let's say you've got a scenario where 25,000 of liability limits of the at fault, and you've got 25,000 of difference in coverage. It means 25 minus 25 is 0. You have no coverage in that scenario. So you only cover yourself if the at-fault party is uninsured in that scenario. Another example, 25 at fault, 50 difference in coverage. Well, what happens there is 25 from at fault and then 25 from your So you can see why, even if you got to go with difference in coverage, you want that to be at least 100,000, if not much, much more. Better to just do the add-on of 25, 50, 100, 200,000 or more. Those are the kind of levels I'd like to see you guys at, is well over $100,000. It's not something to mess with. You got to protect yourself and your family more than anything else. If they are out your wages, if you're racking up medical bills, you may not have health insurance coverage, or it may not cover all of your bills. You got to protect yourself out there. You never know who's going to hit you. So anyways, that's it for me on my soapbox today. It's a little bit of legal stuff for you, a little bit outside the just safety stuff, but this is the kind of thing I want to try to help provide here in this group. So again, thanks for watching this video. If you have any questions or comments about what I've said here, you want to add to it, comment below in the group, in the video, shoot me an email, call me, be happy to speak with you one way or the other. Thanks again.